on me. Lord, I have cried unto thee, hearken unto me. Hearken unto me, O Lord. Lord, I have cried unto thee, hearken unto me. Attend to the voice of my supplication when I cry unto thee. Hearken unto me, O Lord. Let my prayer be set forth as incense before thee, the lifting up of my hands as an evening sacrifice. Hearken unto me, O Lord. Tone 8 has a little bit of a special circumstance with the first note. There are two variations. You can start on the half note, or you can start with a pickup, one note lower up to the half note. So when we pitch tone 8, we're always pitching the half note. So that's going to be sol, mi, do. Mi is the soprano note on the half note, and that's also where you're going to chant, on mi. I will give more instruction on pitching this tone at the end. Let's sing. Sol, mi, do. Bring my soul out of prison that I may confess thy name. An evening hymn and rational adoration do we offer unto thee, O Lord, for thou wast well pleased to have mercy on us through the resurrection. The righteous shall wait patiently for me until thou shalt reward me. Lord, O Lord, cast us not away from thy presence, but be well pleased to have mercy on us through the resurrection. Out of the depths have I cried unto thee, O Lord, hear my voice. Rejoice, O holy Zion, thou mother of the churches and dwelling place of God, for thou wast first to receive remission of sins through the resurrection. Let thine ears be attentive to the voice of my supplication. The Word who was begotten of God the Father before the ages, and who in these latter times was incarnate of her who knew not wedlock, hath of his own will endured crucifixion and death, and by the resurrection hath saved man who was slain of old. Both now and ever and unto ages of ages. Amen. The King of the heavens, out of love for man, hath appeared on earth and lived among men. For he that hath taken flesh of the pure Virgin, and come forth from her with what he hath received, is one Son twofold of nature, but not in hypostasis. Wherefore proclaiming him as truly perfect God and perfect man, we confess Christ our God. Do thou beseech him, O Mother, who knewest not wedlock, to have mercy on our souls. Okay, let's talk about the characteristics of tone 8 a little bit. It's one of the easier tones for most people to learn, and it has a very pleasing kind of happy sound to it, so a lot of people really like to sing tone 8. The only tricky thing with it is making sure that you understand where you're going for the last line. You kind of have to memorize that note. And then at the beginning, there's two different ways that we can get into tone 8, and we'll go over that more in detail in a moment. For right now, let's take a look at tone 8. So go to your Resurrectional Dogmatikon, and let's look at it from the beginning, the King of the heavens, out of love for man. Okay? So the first line almost always has two half notes, one at the very beginning, a space of recitative, and then one at the end. And the ending of the first line almost always goes half, quarter, half, as in a descending pattern. So that's kind of characterizes that first line. And it goes like this. So let's when we pitch tonate, we always pitch the half note, not the first note if there's a pickup. When we have one note leading into the main note, we call it a pickup. And so if you look at the King of the heavens, King is the main note that we're always pitching. So when I go sol, mi, do, do is the F that the altos would be on, and mi is the soprano note, okay, on the word king. Now, if we take a look at that word, sol, mi, do, mi is king. Look at the word the before it. It's down one note, so that's a pickup. Tonate can start just on the half note, King of the heavens, or it can have a pickup, the King, which is just one note down. So you have to pay attention with tonate whether you have a pickup or you're starting on the half note. And when you've got underlined pointed text, the underline is always going to be on that half note. If you have a very short phrase, sometimes you drop the first half note, but that is pretty rare, and you would only do that in service to the text occasionally. So usually it's got the half note at the beginning, half note at the end, and then as you look at the second phrase, da 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 da, out of love for man. Second phrase is always the same way. That first note can be a recitative. And then the third line is a little unusual because it goes down. Hath appeared on earth and lived among men. Okay? Da da da, recitative, da 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 da. And some of those half notes could be quarter notes instead of half notes, but they get the same value usually. Da 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 da. You could do it that way if you had syllables on those notes. Now the next line is what I wanted to point out. You've got, for he that hath taken flesh of the pure virgin. It's almost like the first line, except it doesn't have that first half note. Da 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 da. The word virgin matches, the notes match the word heavens at the beginning. It's just that on the first line you go up to that half note and then back down. On the A, B, C, on line D, you don't have that initial half note. You just are already on the recitative, but the end of the line is the same. And then they just repeat until you get to the last line. And the last line starts on what would be in our original scale, fa, on to have mercy on our souls, the very last line, after you've got the dotted bar line. That's a B flat in the soprano line, to have mercy on our souls. And that's a fa in our original, sol, mi, do, re, mi, fa. There's your note. So you could count up from the bottom if you're practicing this for the first time. Do, sol, mi, do, re, mi, fa, to have mercy on our souls. And the last note that you end on is actually your do pitch. But because of the chord underneath it, it's functioning as a minor key rather than a major key. And I don't want to get bogged down in too much music theory, but just know that you're ending on a do, and to chant, you want to go back up to the mi. Da 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 da, do, re, mi. You're going to chant up here, both now and ever and unto ages of ages, amen. If you have a pickup, you go down one note, da-da. If you don't have a pickup, you're already on the right note. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, let's just do a quick little practice seeing these characteristics that we've talked about. So start at the beginning of your stichera, resurrectional stichera, starting with number 10, bring my soul out of prison. So me do, me bring my soul out of prison that I may confess thy name. Looking ahead, I can see that we have a pickup, so I know I'm going to have to go down one note. An evening hymn and rational adoration. Okay, go down to number 9. Same thing, but I don't have a pickup. So I'm starting on the same note that our chanter is working on. So me, do, me. The righteous shall wait patiently for me until thou shalt reward me. Lord, O Lord, cast us not away from thy presence. Okay? So hopefully that's helpful for getting your pitch and thinking through tone 8 a little bit. Happy singing.